You ever just sit back and think about what if I had done this, what if I had done that, what if I had gone here, what if I had gone there? What ifs? I used to be that individual. I did. I used to be that individual who questioned the what ifs. But then there was a time in particular, which was 7 years ago, when I questioned what ifs the most. I questioned what if about everything that caused my injury to happen. It'll be 7 years, February 28th. It'll be 7 years ago. February 28, 2010, I was randomly gunned down. I was randomly gunned down in Houston. And I say randomly because I feel like it was planned out. Let me replay it for you just to make sure I'm not tripping. But I left the gate key. I needed a gate key. I just moved to Houston, only been there 2 months, and I just left the gate key. I left the gate key and I needed to wait for someone to come in or go out. I saw 2 cars approaching the gate, so I pulled in front of the gate that did not open just to see, or waiting for them to come out so that when they came out I can go around the part of the gate that didn't open and go in where they came out. Well, the gate opened and they sat there for, I want to say 30 seconds. They sat there for a minute, long enough for me to look at the clock, think about what I was going to do when I got inside my cousin's apartment, look at my nails and realize that they're still sitting here. So they sat there for a minute. Not a minute, that's a little exaggerated, but a few seconds. And the first car came out and verbatim says, "Bitch, back." No one's there with me. And when he said it, the inside of his car was pitch black and all I saw was fire. Fire everywhere. Just fire coming from the inside of the car. Hearing consistent shots. And I'm thinking to myself, are they shooting at each other since it was 2 cars? But then when that car drove off, the second car drove up and stopped, and there was a guy sitting in the back seat window pane on the driver's side with 2 guns in his hand, aiming them directly at me, shooting. So then I knew I was in danger. But I did not understand why I was in that danger. After that happened, I questioned, what if I had gone to the gas station like I intended to? I did not. What if I had taken the gate key like I attempted to 3 times? What if all of that? What if I had done something different? In the beginning of my injury, I did question that all the time, but I don't question it anymore because I know that if that was supposed to happen, if that it is what was supposed to happen, then it would have happened. I've learned that what's for me will be mine. Who is for me, they will be for me. And what's not and who's not, they will be removed. It will be removed, whether it's situations. I was supposed to start as a collections manager that very next day. This was February 28th. It was a Sunday. I was supposed to start as a collections manager that Monday on March 1st. And that did not happen. That did not happen. When being 29 years old and being always told by your spiritual grandmother that you just fast, child, you just fast. You need to sit down. and not taking those, it's not a warning, it's wisdom. Not embracing that wisdom, not taking that into consideration. In the beginning, it made me feel like I was a disobedient child. And my grandmother always told me that a disobedient child only lived half their days. But that's something else that helped me over that hump of how do I go from modeling to not being able to walk at all. That's what that injury left me with. It left me paralyzed from my stomach down. So how do I adjust to this life? How do I embrace this? How do I allow this to help me and not hinder me? It was a lot. Those are all the things that I had to come to terms with in order for me to get to where I am today. In order to be where I am today. Because me asking the what ifs, it's like me asking the what ifs, I'm so grateful. I just get really emotional when I think about those days. I get really emotional when I think about the days when I did question, what if I had done something? Because I now feel like that me questioning my what ifs or questioning what ifs, that means I'm questioning God. Because everything happens for a reason. Every single thing that we go through in life, it is happening for a reason. In every situation, there is a lesson that we must learn, whether it be a good lesson, whether it be a bad lesson, whether it be a lesson about ourselves. There is a lesson to be learned. And within that lesson, if you don't embrace it, if you don't understand it, because you got to understand it in order to embrace it. But if you don't understand it, then it's like you will miss the blessing. You will miss the blessing. So with me understanding that there's a lesson, there's a blessing in every lesson, it's easy for me to be where I am today. It's easy for me to be where I am today because I've been able to continuously go through things and embrace every lesson, every situation, every experience. Seek the lesson in it. Embrace the lesson in it. And I've been blessed thereafter, each situation. And I pray that God, I couldn't say this 7 years ago, but I always pray that God bless me to be a blessing to someone else in any type of way, whether it's spiritually, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, in any type of way. Bless me, God, to be a blessing to each and every individual that crossed my path. I say it. I speak that affirmation, but I could not do that 7 years ago. So even though I did question the what ifs, I cannot tell someone else how to go about coping. But what I can do is I can share my experience in hopes of you taking heed to the message that I am trying to convey, which is don't allow your situation, don't allow your insecurity, don't allow your disadvantages, don't allow it to be a hindrance on your life. Allow it to help you. Look at it in ways where it can help you. And we all have them. We all have insecurities. We all have disadvantages. You know, some are just more obvious than others, like mine, for instance. You know, I get people staring at me all the time, even little kids. Hi, how are you? I speak. Even adults. Hi, how are you? You know, speak, say something. I am a human. I am a human being. I just so happen to be in this lovely wheelchair, but I embrace it. I love it, and it's not me being rude. It's me being honest. Speak. But yes, don't allow your insecurity or disadvantage. Don't allow it to be a hindrance on your life. Allow it to help you. My disadvantage, because I'm not handicapped, I have a disadvantage. But my disadvantage, it helps me. It helps me understand who I am. It helps me understand whose I am. It helps me understand what I stand for. And it also helps me understand where I'm headed in life. It allowed me to embrace my passions. I have a passion to write. I have a passion to speak. I have several passions. And you can have that and understand your purpose in life. Point taken. Let me help you understand. Each and every one of my passions, whether it's me doing hair, whether it's me writing a song, whether it's me writing a novel, whether it's me writing a screenplay, whether it's me writing anything, I have a passion to decorate. And these are all passions. And how I know they're all passions is because they bring me joy when I do them. And that is what helps me understand that this is my purpose. Now, a lot of times we find our purpose, but we really don't understand it. With all the passions that I have, I understand that my purpose in life is to help others. I said I have a prayer. Lord, bless me to be a blessing to others in any kind of way. I have a passion to write something. I have a passion to write anything and convey a message that will help somebody else. That's me fulfilling my passion of writing in order to serve my purpose. I have a passion of doing hair. I also pray, Lord, bless everything that I touch. Bless it to prosper and succeed. I say that. Everything that I touch, it prospers and it succeeds. And if I do someone's hair, I'm helping them. I could be helping them with an insecurity. I don't know, but I know that I am helping them, you know, in the physical aspect, you know, because we all like to look beautiful. We all like to feel beautiful. So I do their hair and it makes them feel beautiful. It makes them feel natural and beautiful. So I understand. I want you to understand that in order to understand your purpose, you must understand your passion. In order to embrace your purpose, you must understand your passion. In order to understand your passion, you must be fully aware of who you are as an individual from the depths of your soul. Not only must you understand who you are, but you must accept who you are. I was in denial about who I was. And once I was able to admit who I was, all of my wrongdoings, once I was able to admit that, that is when I became able to embrace, understand who I am. I was able to focus. I was able to love and not be so mean-spirited like I was prior to my injury. It took my injury to get me where I am today. So it helped me. It helped me in every way you could possibly think of. Prior to my injury, I had no education. I had a 12th grade education. How smart was I? Senior, dropped out of high school, teenage mother, smart as a whip. I just felt like I couldn't be taught. I felt like I couldn't be taught. After my injury, I got my GED. I could have taken the test and gotten it, but the state of Arkansas required that I had at least 13 hours of study. So with those 13 hours of study, I got my GED. I then continued my education to the University of Phoenix and received my Bachelor of Arts in English. And now I am currently enrolled at Southern New Hampshire State University online, obtaining my master's in English and creative writing with a concentration in screenwriting. So my injury helped me, because prior to my injury, I could get any job that I wanted and reach the highest level of that job based off of my experience. And I was smart. I just didn't have a piece of paper. Well, now you need that piece of paper plus other pieces of paper. But I did not have that, and I was able to advance. I was able to be successful. I was able to be successful. But after my injury happened, it's like, oh no, my intelligence, I need more than that now, because if I go on an interview, I am judged. No matter how many times an application says that they do not discriminate, they're lying, because you are judged. I am an African American woman and I am in a wheelchair. I may be beautiful and I carry myself with class. I know how to do an interview. I know how to take interviews because that was my job. Being in the managerial field for so long, I know what I'm supposed to do. And I present myself in the manner that I should, which is nothing for me. It's easy for me to do that because I've done it for so long, just not in my wheelchair. So, but they judge. I am judged, and I am okay with that, because not all judgment is bad judgment. So, I said that to say not all judgment is bad judgment, but I was judged. And prior to my injury, I didn't have that issue because I knew my stuff. But my injury happened, so I had to remove the what ifs. I had to get over those humps, get over those obstacles, overcome all the naysayers who said I would never walk again or I would never be able to live on my own. I had to overcome all of that. I would never do this, I would never do that. Okay, well then you can keep your nevers, and I'll continue to do me and overcome all of those nevers. And that's what happens when you allow your life to be hindered by your injury. So, why allow something that can help you hinder you? That's my MO. That's my question to myself. That's my everyday motivation. So the what ifs, there's no point of that. Because now I know why. I know exactly why. It was to make me understand who Deanna Latrice Alexander is. The what ifs occurred. They did not occur. Because if it would have, I wouldn't be asking what if. But they've taught me that they're not necessary, because what happened is what was supposed to happen. And I thank God for allowing it to happen to me, because now it is my testimony to help, inspire, motivate, uplift, empower each and every individual who has a receptive heart. Not everybody is very receiving of admittance, but to inspire each and every individual that crosses my path, to each one teach one. You know, if I have some wisdom, why not share it? If it was provided to me, and if I experienced, I don't expect everybody to, you know, because expectations do lead to disappointments. So I don't expect everyone to understand my testimony. You know, I don't expect everyone to understand my overcomings, you know, and I'm not telling you to do them or to react the way that I did. I'm not telling you that this is what will happen to you, but what I'm doing is I'm sharing my testimony so that you can take heed as an individual. You can take heed to certain things and use it to overcome your challenges, you know, because we all have them. We all have challenges in life. So that's my purpose. That's my purpose in life. That's my point. I embrace that. I talk every day to my friends. One of my friends told me, oh, you should get paid. No, I should not, because I'm a giver. I'm a giver by nature. If I have something that I'm able to give, why not give it? So giving comes from the heart, not from the hand. So that's me. That's who I am. I am Deanna Latrice Alexander. I am a butterfly, and I am more than a survivor. I am truly blessed, and I am highly favored, and I wish the same for you.